Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where it's the May bank holiday weekend and I'm here at the Drayton Manor Resort. Now throughout 2025, Drayton Manor are celebrating 75 years of the park, and this weekend they're actually open until 9 p.m. all weekend, and actually throughout the whole year they're doing some later openings on certain days, and tonight there's fireworks as well, so really looking forward to seeing it. Now as I mentioned when I came here a month ago for the opening of the park, they're also building a museum about the history of Drayton Manor, and that's now open. So looking forward to heading into that museum today and checking it out. Along with that, capturing the atmosphere of what is going to be a really nice day. The weather's pretty decent. It's not as nice as it has been over the past few days. It's not too bad. So it's a good day for coming here to the park. I've got here just after lunch. Going to be staying all the way through until 9 o'clock and checking out the fireworks. So come and join me for bank holiday here at Drayton Manor. Let's go. Inside the park then now. 9 p.m. close. Looking forward to this. Yeah, nice day for it as well. Not quite shorts weather like it has been the past few days, but still it's not supposed to rain or anything today. And I tell you what, pulling up onto the car park, it looks very busy. Well, that's what you want to see. You know, the park have invested a lot over the past few years in new additions. Obviously Gold Rush only opened last year, the new Intamin coaster. And a lot of people probably still haven't seen that yet, so are coming down and thought, yeah, it's a 9 o'clock close. Let's come and check it out. Yeah, really impressed, and that's what you want. Just goes to show, you know, Drayton Manor trying some different things, and in the UK we have a lot of early closes at parks, so it's always nice when we do see these later openings, and Drayton Manor are really trying to lead the way forward with doing that. And yeah, it seems to be paying off. It's nice and busy here today. There's a look up at Accelerator, making our way down into Frontier Falls. And when I say our day, I've actually brought my dad for a day out today.
Yeah, I've come for a walk around.
Hey.
Whether or not I'll go on much, I don't know.
I think you're going to come on Gold Rush though, aren't you?
I might do. So, yeah.
And you've not been to Drayton Manor for a long time.
I reckon 10 years or more, must be.
I think it's more than that,
10
yeah.
years, yeah.
A long time, right. Let's go and have a little walk around. I think we're going to start off though by having a look in the museum. You got the signage up here. 75 years of making Britain smile, the museum walkthrough experience. You know me, I've been campaigning for years for all these theme parks to have a nice little walkthrough, especially parts that have got a lot of history, like here at Drayton Manor, Alton Towers, Blackpool Pleasure Beach. They should all have little museums in my opinion. And here it is over on the left hand side, where we can step into the past of Drayton Manor. And as soon as we come inside here, we're greeted firstly by these older park maps. Look at this, proper throwback to the old design of the park map. Who remembers that back in the day? The old little pedal steamer down there on the front. Obviously Shotwave off to the left. This is from 1995 then, because it says new for 95 in the top corner. And this map here, that's a really old school one, isn't it? Got Pirate Adventure on there. The old garden centre. Remember that used to be down in the zoo? Wow, what a throwback with that on there. This one over here, Drayton Manor Park and Zoo, 5p. I assume that's 5p for the map, or like a guidebook or whatever that is there. It looks like a guidebook, doesn't it? All the different attractions. And here we've got an old chairlift gondola.
I remember going in these.
Yeah, you remember the chairlift? Yeah, obviously it wasn't removed that long ago, really. I think last time you were here that probably was still operating. There you've got the chairlift gondola there. I think this is the one actually that was up for sale in the shop a few years ago. I'm glad that they didn't sell that in the end, because it should remain here at the park, in my opinion. It's an important part of the history. Oh, this is a great little scene over here on the left-hand side. Lots of props and recognisable figures there from Excalibur that operated from 2003 to 2012. It had quite a short life here at the park, didn't it, really? I remember prior to that, it was like the old Jungle Cruise. And there you go, ambitious dark boat rides. Yeah, I like how it's got a bit of history about it there as well. And yeah, these are actually some of the original props, helmets and things. Obviously it was all themed around the night, and the castle actually still exists. They use that as part of the Christmas experience. But yeah, Excalibur, you remember that one?
Yes, definitely. And I recognise the helmet there as well.
Oh yeah, I've got one of them in my collection. I've got one of them identical ones back in the collection. The park were kind enough to donate that to my museum a few years ago. We're back there to 1950. There you go, there's the Jungle Cruise. Obviously that then transformed into Excalibur, picture in 1960. And we've got this brilliant photo opportunity for Shockwave. Obviously last year it was transformed into the Wave, no longer a stand-up coaster, which is a shame that it's no longer stand-up, but you know what, it rides so much better now with a brand new train on there. And yeah, they've put the backdrop in, and then also the Zero car from out the front, that's cool. Yeah, I'm liking the setup of this. Looks great. Hey, hands in the air. Look at that. Shockwave. Yeah, I do like how they've put that in here. And with the backdrop there too. 1980, the old parachute drop, yeah. So obviously I never experienced this. I was too young for it, but I do remember seeing it. And then obviously Apocalypse then came in after that. But yeah, this was like the original tower ride that they had here at the park. Yeah, like the parachutes to take you up and drop you back down. Did you ever ride them?
I did it once.
Oh, you didn't?
I wasn't keen.
No.
The sudden drop, not doing that again.
Obviously, this is what came afterwards, 2000, Apocalypse, a ride very close to my heart. I've got a lot of that in my museum collection, preserved for the future. 1990, Pirate Adventure up there. Rumblings that could be making a return, making a comeback, so I really hope so. 2010, obviously you've got Accelerator on there, opened as Ben 10, if you remember that. And as we enter into like a new era for the park, we saw Adventure Cove, obviously Vikings opened up, Gold Rush. And look at this old sign up there, that's nice as well, above the entrance. And we've got some older park maps, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I remember that. This was kind of like when I was growing up, you know, like the late 90s, early 2000s. Remember like the maps looking like this. Project Neptune there, I think that was the code name for Excalibur actually, just down the side. The zoo, the old Jubilee Circus up there. Remember when they were called like Aerial Park, you had Action Park down here at the bottom? Different times. Then obviously G-Force came in. Not much about G-Force in here, yeah, it's not really something to celebrate that. I celebrated when that ride closed, to be honest. But yeah, what a nice setup. I've got to say, Drayton Manor have done a really good job with this. Obviously, this goes back to the estate, 1949, when George and Vera purchased the site. And look at that, completely different to how it looks now. Obviously, you can still make out the original building here. And there it is. Obviously, quite a lot of the building did get destroyed over the years, like, you know, long before the theme park came along. But it just shows how grand it used to be, and obviously, that tower still exists at the moment. That's from 1900, so yeah, we're going way back before the park opened. George and Vera Bryan, there we go, the family that started the park. And you know, we're going back, well, 5 or 6 years now since, unfortunately, it no longer was a family-owned park and it was sold to the Looping Group. But saying that, I do feel like the family, unfortunately, had lost the way and it was time for new ownership. And what the Looping Group have done is fantastic here. That's a good shot there, isn't it, from 1964. And yeah, obviously this is the lake down here. So just to put it into perspective where we are, that is where Gold Rush is. Up here, Vikings on the side. And then obviously this all became Stormforce 10 and yeah, crazy. Got some old adverts playing in here as well. This is brilliant, really good setup. This is what I'm talking about, like, you know, this is what Halton Towers should have, this is what Blackpool should have, like, it's great. Old adverts. Are they old like ticket machines? Yeah, they're cool. Very impressed. This section's all about the zoo. Some old photos. I do feel like the zoo has seen better days. You know, I've said that quite a lot recently. And yeah, the zoo I think used to be a lot better back in the day. Wow, look at that concept art there. I've never seen that before. That is beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Obviously this is the pizza restaurant that still exists today. And all this theming that they were going to do around there. Wow, that's really interesting. Obviously a refurbished entrance there, which did end up getting built, and the Lakeside Tea Shop. So this section's all about the art of theme park design. Again, beautifully displayed in here as well, with all the boards and everything. This is great. Look at that logo. Family Leisure Park and Zoo. A look at the entrance buildings, and obviously that ended up getting built. We walked in through there just a few minutes ago when we came into the park. Little Thomas figures over here, and that's what really changed the park, wasn't it, when Thomas Land opened. Here's a look at all your concept art there for it. Park World magazine there, and some other concept art for Thomas Land. And we've got a 1964 newspaper here. I feel like this could probably do with having some perspex or something put over it though, you know, just to stop it getting damaged. Looks like maybe it's already got a little bit damaged at the side there, doesn't it? Yeah, it is. But still, that's a nice piece. Oh, look at this. The UK's largest indoor water ride opened at Drayton Manor Park. And that's the thing with the family. You know, they used to be leading the way here, didn't they, when it comes to theming and immersion. And it's sad that they did kind of lose their way. But it feels like Drayton Manor now is back, you know, in that really good place. And with the rumours that Pirate Adventure could be making a grand return in a new form, that does make me very excited. Like, look at all the set design in here. It was amazing. Obviously, we've got a few of the original pieces back in my collection. This is brilliant in here. I had no idea it was going to be this big. Plans for the Drayton Manor Hotel there. Some construction photos of the hotel. And obviously, since Looping Group took over the resort, the more modernisation of some of the rooms and theming them up as well, which is great. Some more maps. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Oh, wow. I love a good old map display. A day's adventure, where everything is one long scream. Don't you just love like this older kind of aesthetic, like designer stuff? 1998 that was. She looks like she's loving her ice cream just there. Some more old pictures here, famous faces. Obviously that's the thing, when it was the family-owned park, they always used to get in like a big name to come and open their attractions here, you know. Some old signage for the Haunted. And one of the old outfits here as well. I'd love to see these make a return. Yeah, this is top tier in here. What a fantastic museum. Oh, these are some of the old signs from Drunken Barrels, obviously, that used to be at the top end of the park, whereas obviously now that's been transformed as part of Frontier Falls. And as we come more into the modern era of Drayton Manor now, since the Looping Group took over the park and a lot of expansion and big changes, here's some concept art for Vikings here. Some of the construction just there, and obviously I was actively involved in coming down to the site and filming construction updates, working with the park, which was amazing. In fact, all the projects since Looping Group have took over, we've been down here on site thanks to the park and doing all those updates, which has been fantastic. Obviously the wave over here. Yeah, look at this. Looks like there's going to be a little bit more theme in there, doesn't it, than we ended up with. Big shark and also like a little camper van out the front, but still it ended up looking good with the signage. The trains there as well. And yeah, going back to Shockwave there as well. Europe's first stand-up coaster. And we move into the newest edition, Frontier Falls, that opened last year. Again, we were actively down here as part of the construction on site, bringing updates. And as much as we did lose my favourite ride, Apocalypse, it got replaced with something pretty awesome, didn't it? Look at that concept art. I remember they showed this to me a number of years ago, and I thought, oh wow, I'm looking forward to seeing that. And it ended up looking pretty similar to that, other than the water got cut down here. There's a little bit of water, but not as much as obviously there is in this original art. But still, really fascinating just to see that. All the different buildings here as well that ended up getting built. Really impressed. Got some more theming from Apocalypse here. I've actually got a few of similar to this back in my museum in the collection. Obviously these ones have been preserved here at the park. A few other bits. I remember when they used to whack them signs out. How old school is that? There you go. In consideration to our neighbours who are also on holiday, Shockwave will close at 6 p.m. Not anymore, it's open till 9 tonight. You got some wheels down there as well. I've actually got one of those in my collection as well. Brilliant. All the signage. How to ride the 7-Up Shockwave. Look at this, proper old school. It's even still got some of the old chewing gum on there that people used to put on it. Look. And then we come into the actual, normally the 4D cinema, and this is a full movie about the history.
On this roller coaster, you do it standing up. The sheer terror is the main attraction for a new generation of thrill seekers. It's Europe's only stand-up coaster, one of a new generation of rides made possible by the latest advances in computer technology.
At 1,700 metres long and lasting about 7 minutes, Stall Force 10 continues to be a popular attraction in Adventure Cove. Apocalypse, which opened in April of the year 2000, was a groundbreaking drop tower ride featuring 4 towers, with a mix of sit-down and stand-up seating. In 2002, it became even more unique when a 5th tower was added, introducing the world's first stand-up floorless element. The ride, which stood at 177 feet tall and reached speeds of 50 miles per hour, closed on October 30, 2022, to make way for the new Gold Rush roller coaster, which opened for the 2024 season.
It's about a 20-minute movie that they're playing in here, and it just keeps looping round, and it's fantastic. Lots of different interviews with people at the park, lots of historical footage and photos, so definitely recommend coming to see it. And also, you get to look at this from Apocalypse. Obviously, that's one of the gondolas. Brilliant. And as you make your way out of the cinema room, you've got some old signage here. I remember when they changed from this logo here, and I remember thinking, oh, I'm not too sure on the rebrand. And here we are a few years later. I really do like the new logo for Drayton Manor. And I think, you know, it needed to have that change. It needed to have that rebrand, just to show that, you know, Drayton Manor has changed over the years. The George and Dragon pub, Pandemonium signage up there, another old Drayton Manor logo. Dinosaur Breakout, which is one of the events here. And a big sign for Thomasland up there. Yeah, that was fantastic. I really enjoyed the museum, and it's open all throughout 2025, celebrating 75 years of the park. Now, if you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I've got a huge passion for the history of theme parks and also celebrating that history as well. Hence why many years ago, I started collecting different theme park signage and coaster wheels and all sorts of different things from theme parks. So to see Drayton Manor celebrating their history makes me really happy. This is the first time in the UK at any of the theme parks we've really seen a dedicated museum for the park celebrating their history, and 75 years of Drayton Manor is definitely worth celebrating. We've done a fantastic job with the museum, and not only is it just that one room to walk through, you got a few different rooms, all sorts of different things to see, the concept art, the old apocalypse items, and then I think what really makes it is the fact you've got a 20-minute film in there. I only put a few clips in because you want to come down into the park and check it out for yourself, but with that video they've got like interviews in there with Victoria Lynn, the managing director. Obviously I've done quite a few bits and interviewed Victoria in the past on the channel, and she really goes into her history and coming down here into 2022 and taking on the challenge of transforming Drayton Manor, and then obviously going back 5 years now to when the Looping Group took over the park. They've invested so much in Drayton Manor, they're clearly very proud of what they've done, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the future. But no, 10 out of 10 for the museum. I think it's great, and if you haven't already, get yourself down here in 2025 and come and check it out because it's a really nice walkthrough. Right then, going to head on to our first ride of the day, which is going to be Gold Rush. Love this edition for last year, great coaster. And yeah, busy today, so probably going to be quite a big wait for it. But you know what, good to see people coming down here for these extended hours. And yeah, if people are coming down here for it, hopefully we're going to see more of them, and fireworks tonight as well. But the museum was lovely, really enjoyed that.
Please remove all loose items.
Well, we waited about 45 minutes for Gold Rush. There was a little bit of downtime for a few minutes. 2 trains in service. I'm looking forward to getting back on this. Brilliant ride. Yeah, my dad's first go on here as well. Gold Rush, Drayton Manor. Love the trains as well. All the detailing on the front there as it's pulling in. Let's go. Great getting back on Gold Rush here at Drayton Manor. Fantastic family thrill coaster. The fact it's only a 1 metre height restriction on there is great. Obviously it's got the 2 different settings as well. After 2 o'clock is my favourite setting. Hey, there it goes. Because obviously you come down the lift hill backwards, so I think it feels like the more intense cycle. But still, it's a great fun ride, really enjoyable. It's got a good length to it. Along with that, the theming's great around the ride too. And just overall, it's a good, fun coaster. You're not going on there for it to be too fast and thrilling and loads of airtime or anything like that. It's just a good fun ride. You've got a smile on your face when you're going round, and everyone's really enjoying it, and the fact that it's a metre height restriction is fantastic too. And obviously it's my dad's first time going on this, and his first big coaster in quite a while actually.
Yeah, and it was fast enough for me, that was. I won't do anything any faster than that one. So.
No, you used to do all the big rides.
I used to, yeah, but I can't do it now with my health and everything, so, but yeah, I enjoyed it, it was good though.
Yeah, nice to get you on, that was just right for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Mum would quite like that as well.
I think she'd be okay on that, just about.
Yeah, I mean, my mum doesn't really like heights, but the good thing is with Gold Rush, it's got a lot packed in, but it's not actually that high. A lot of it, like this section here, is very low to the ground. So I think Mum would probably like that. We'll have to get her on it at some point in the future. Mum's not been to Drayton Manor for years, so yeah, we'll have to come at some point in the future. But no, great coaster, really enjoyable, and Frontier Falls is fantastic. Tell you what, there's a really nice atmosphere though here today. Hey, here's a look over at Blasting Barrels. Yeah, it used to be Drunken Barrels before. I like the beer theme. And yeah, some of them things that are in the museum used to hang up in here on the sides. And obviously removed anything that was kind of fit with the kind of beer colour that they had before. And that kept all the barrels and things on the sides. Rethemed it in with Frontier Falls, the Wild West theme of this area. Love all the detail on these buildings in Frontier Falls. And then we're going to head down to the Vikings area now, have a walk around there. And yeah, we're not too bothered about doing loads of rides today. It's more just coming out, bringing my dad for the day and seeing the museum and the fireworks, celebrating 75 years of this park. Had a lot of memories growing up coming to Drayton Manor, a lot of family trips here. So it's nice to come back with my dad, and yeah, we'll all have to come back as a family, like with Charlotte, the baby, and my mum, and yeah, we'll come for a nice family day out later in the year, maybe over summer. So yeah, going to go down to Vikings now, because obviously my dad's not seen any of that. Last time he came, that was just a field down there. That's the thing, they've expanded so much, haven't they, over the years? Head down into the Vikings area. Might go on Jormungandr if the queue's not too bad. Obviously, it used to be the old Buffalo. Wouldn't mind going on that, maybe. Not done it for a while. Here it comes. Yeah, this is the old Zamperla powered coaster. And yeah, this was like the only ride down in this part of the park. There was no theming down here or anything really. It was just like grass in this area. Used to use it for events and things, and then obviously they transformed it into Vikings. What I love about this area are the kinetics. You got Jormungandr going around that you've just seen, Thor. Last time I was at the park, Thor still hadn't opened yet for the season, so good to see that open now. The Zamperla Disco. And of course you've got the Nebula right in the middle, Loki. Yeah, busy day today. Lots of crowds here for the bank holiday weekend. Always looks the part. A bit of a screamer on there today. Yeah, it's just nice when you walk in, you've got so much movement, you know, with all the different areas. I do like that a lot. And look at this, they've actually added a new planter down here. However, it's actually a little bit of theme park history, which is quite fitting, with it being 75 years of the park. And I was talking about this attraction earlier on, Excalibur. So yeah, what they've actually done is actually brought this down from out the back, and they've put this nice little planter down here in the park, which looks awesome. Obviously before, this used to have a canopy over the top when it was on the ride, if you remember. So that would have been fastened down here on the side. But yeah, what they've done, they've taken that down and would have had a roof on before, and they've turned it into a planter, which looks really good. Yeah, I'm really impressed with that. I think it looks awesome. Really nice. Yeah, I like how they've just added it down here in the heart of the area, and it fits with the whole kind of Vikings theming really well. Might recognise this in the front. Yeah, the old Excalibur boat ride. That looks great there, and it really fits with this nicely. Always love the beautiful lake views here at Drayton Manor. And yeah, it is fireworks tonight, all weekend actually, which is great. And yeah, you can see they're setting up the fireworks out there in the middle. So yeah, they put like a little platform in, and obviously they access it via the boats. And that's what really makes the fireworks here at this park. The fact they launch them in the middle of the lake here. Obviously you watch them from down in the front section of the park. It's really nice because you've got like the backdrop of the wave and Storm Force 10. And then all the fireworks kind of reflect in the water as well. So yeah, looking forward seeing that tonight. And they have got fireworks shows running throughout the year, all part of the anniversary celebrations, which is brilliant. Little look there at Thor, and also across the water to the wave as well. Oh yes, they got the little stall open here today with the sausages. Oh, that smells good. I do like the food here at Drayton Manor. Here I get a nice sausage. Probably go to the chip shop there, I think. Have my tea there tonight. I actually think when it's a later opening, you're more inclined to spend more and buy food at the parks as well. Sleipnir over here, little horse ride. Do you like how they just added a lot more to this park, a lot of variety of attractions as well, which is great. Oh, I think Dad's eyeing up a price of a sausage over there. Look at him, he's like, yeah, I might get a bratwurst. It's a weird one today for weather. It keeps going quite warm, sun's coming out, then it goes a bit chilly and breezy. It's one of them weird days. Yeah, Stormforce 10 isn't operational at the moment. I think it did open earlier on. When we first walked in, I did see boats going round. But then, yeah, it's not open now. Saying that, I don't really know. Is it the weather for Stormforce 10? What do you think? Big water ride?
I think I'll be doing it at horse ride. a bit warmer than this, I think.
Yeah, it's been a bit, a bit iffy, hasn't it? Nice to see 9 o'clock on the board over there. I'm interested to see, if people are going to stick about till 9. I hope so. Really do, because we want to be seeing some later openings at these parks, don't we? Over here now in Adventure Cove, I think we're going to go on the Polperro Express shortly, the train. Here's a look at Maelstrom. I still can't believe we're getting one of these, double the height in Blackpool next year. Really excited. Maelstrom is an excellent flat ride, one of the best that we've got in the whole of the UK. Comment down below, do you like Maelstrom, or maybe you're not a fan of swinging rides like this? I love them though, I really do. And it's not really, it doesn't spin too fast, it's more just gradually rotates. Obviously you've got that swing back and forwards on here. Great ride, and yeah, the one coming to Blackpool is going to be insane. We've done that bigger model at a few parks abroad. Loki at Liseberg is like my #1 flat ride. So the fact we're getting one in the UK next year is really exciting. Yeah, this is Maelstrom. Intamin Gyro Swing, still a fantastic ride here. And still going strong. It's definitely the most thrilling ride that they've got here in the park. Yeah, it's going to have a ride on the Polperro. Unless you fancy doing that, do you?
I wouldn't be going on that.
Not for you. Choo choo. We've got a dispatch on the Polperro Express. Let's go for a nice ride round. I do love how it takes you around the whole perimeter of Adventure Cove here. And now we're going to have a walk around Thomasland there, maybe do the training there as well. And yeah, just soaking in the atmosphere. Really good vibes here today at Drayton Manor. Choo choo. There you go, right underneath Stormforce 10 here. Not in operation at the moment. Will it open later today? I guess we'll see. Looks like it might be done for the day. I'm not too sure. I'm yet to ride Stormforce 10 this season, but I will do it when the weather picks up again. I used to love doing these big water rides in the UK, like Tidal Wave at Thorpe Park, obviously Valhalla at Blackpool Pleasure Beach, over at Oakwood Drench, when that was still operating. Yeah, these past few years I haven't done them as much. I think that's because the weather's just not been that great, but so far this spring we've had some nice weather, but we are back down to 15 degrees today. The other day when I was at Flamingo Land, it was baking hot. If it was that warm here today, I probably would have done Stormforce if it was open. I've got the rapids down here at the back though. Yeah, I might give them a go because you don't really get too wet on the rapids. Just enough for like 15-degree weather. Yeah, there's that little platform that we were standing on the other side. The wave's looking great. Obviously the pressure washed it over winter as well, so it's looking really good for this year. Pressure washing should be a standard though, shouldn't it? Like every winter at these parks, just to keep things looking nice and fresh. Beautiful setting. At some point, when baby Sandbrook comes, we'll have to stay at the hotel again actually. Not stayed there for a couple of years. Stayed in one of the Vikings rooms a few years ago, and that was very nice. Yeah, I'll have to do a hotel stay again at some point. And even though we're only about 40 minutes away from Drayton Manor here, it's like our second closest major park, obviously after Alton Towers being the closest. Yeah, it's still nice to come and have like a little break at these places, isn't it? A little stay over, little staycation. Oh, we got the babies. Oh, little goslings. little bonus of our ride on the Pole Pyro today, seeing the babies. Oh, Charlotte would have loved that. Air race. Still crazy thing, isn't it, that G-Force used to stand right where Wave Swinger and the play area are now, right there in the middle. Obviously we had that few years, didn't we, where obviously the family still owned the park, Looping haven't took over yet, and there was just like this big empty spot in the middle. And obviously we saw Adventure Cove open up as the first investment from the Looping Group. Thomas Land. I can see that being a place we're going to spend a lot of time with our baby boy as he's getting older. Love Thomas. I used to love Thomas, so I'm sure he will. Because this park's really compact, you just got a lot of rides together. It's just got a really good atmosphere, you know, which I always love. A nice enjoyable ride there on the Pole Pyro Express. Love a good train ride, and that is what's fantastic about Drayton Manor. It is the variety of attractions, very much a family park. You've got them family thrills, things like the Wave, Gold Rush, and of course Maelstrom. Then you've got your more like relaxing rides as well that anyone can enjoy, like the Pole Pyro, and of course you've got the train in Thomas Land as well, which is great. Yeah, let's have a little look around now the rest of Adventure Cove and the Wave here. I am a big fan of what Drayton Manor did to Shockwave, transforming it into the Wave, a much more comfortable experience, but most importantly, bringing the height restriction down from 1.4 to 1.2. And the fact it's got 4 inversions on here, probably one of the most thrilling family rides that you've got here in the UK now. Again, that mix between family thrill, which is fantastic. We have 4 inversions with a lap bar, much more comfortable, a lot more re-rideable now as well, which is great. So yeah, I'm really pleased they decided to keep it. I believe there was a lot of conversations behind the scenes about what to do. You know, do we keep it? Do we put a new train on there, or do we remove it and replace it with something else? So I think they made the right call with that, and bringing that height restriction down is meant to get some pretty big queues. Like today, it's on like 40 minutes from looking at the queue board, which obviously is very good to see. It's a lot more popular now than I think it used to be, because they brought that height restriction down. I think in a long run they could do with buying another train for it. That would really help, because obviously you've got Gold Rush with 2 trains, then this could really do with it as well at some point in the future. But still, I'm glad they made that call, because it is a fantastic ride and a lot more enjoyable now that it is a sit-down coaster, and at least more people can enjoy it. Yeah, the rapids are closed down here as well at the moment. I was thinking about going on there today, but yeah, they're closed. Quite interesting how you've got both the water rides shut today down this part of the park. I wonder if it's related, something to do with like the water or the pumps or something like that, or maybe it's completely unrelated, I'm not sure. But yeah, both of these are shut today. Good job it's not like mega warm, as I think people would have been quite disappointed seeing that both of these are closed. Look there around Adventure Cove, an air race seaside air show. There's Rory out, looking very sparkly in his jacket. Look at him over there. Let's go and see him. There he is. Hey, look at Rory. Wow, he's looking very sparkly. The mascot of Drayton Manor. Oh, he's got his Ivers jacket now. Yeah. I do like how they got the entertainment running here at the park. Oh, there we go. He's putting his Ivers on. Oh, he's getting ready. Ready for a bit of a party. Bubbles are coming out. Here he is. Hey! I do like how they got the mascots here. Where's Laurie? That's what I want to know. Rory and Laurie. And for anyone that's been watching Theme Park Worldwide for a long time, might recognise this song. Bit of a Merch Paradise throwback. Remember that in the weekly shows. Da, 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 da. We've got quite a few nice places to eat here at Drayton Manor, but my personal favourite is right down here by the lake, and that is the Boardwalk Fish and Chips over here as well. And yeah, if you have got an annual pass like I have, you do get your discount as well. Always love a trip to Drayton Manor. Yeah, good vibes today. It's really nice. Got the fireworks coming up tonight, and yeah, I'll walk around Thomas Land and the zoo shortly as well. Yeah, going to get a nice battered sausage, I think, from over here. It's not just the food that I like from here, it's the location. Just sat down by the lake, got plenty of seating, and some great views of Accelerator there. Yeah, it was £10 including discount for battered sausage and chips, and also another chips just there. You didn't fancy a battered sausage?
Nice and hot.
Yeah, nice and fresh. Yeah, it's lovely here, right by the water. Yeah, it's where I used to get on the old Drayton Queen boat, if you remember that. Yeah, the old boat used to be on the left-hand side. Got the DJ on us here as well with some tunes. Love the setup there with 75 years. I tell you what, that food was delicious. Really enjoyed that. Filled me up. Tell you what, this weather's really funny today, because one minute you got the sunshine and the lovely blue skies, and the next minute it's cloudy and a little bit chilly. But you know what? Making the most of it. At least it's not raining today. How great does the sign look though for the Drayton Manor Zoo there, all painted up, looking really fresh. Not a huge fan of the zoo, as I've mentioned in previous videos here. I feel like it needs to either go or have some big investment, you know, but I do like the sign out the front. Yeah, I thought we'd have a walk around here today. Well, the park's open till 9, it's only just gone 5 o'clock, so may as well have a walk around here. And I don't normally come in this way, normally go like through Thomas Land and then get the train down and come that way. So I thought this time, vary it up a bit, come down this way. Obviously we're coming with Dad as well, take him around the zoo because he hasn't seen it for a while. Yeah, and then we'll get the train down into Thomas Land from the other side. Going to the reptile house actually, not been in there this season. I tell you what though, on a busy day there's certainly still a lot of demand for the zoo here at Drayton Manor. Reptile house, not been in here for ages. It's warm in here. Can't see anything in that one. These ones look a bit more active. These are the busy ones. All different snakes and spiders and things in here. What we got down there? A tortoise. Oh, look at him climbing up the wall over there. This is the Madagascar giant water skink just there. I think I'm saying it right. Got a nice green colour about him though, hasn't he? He's quite big as well. He's walking very slow there. The radiated tortoise we got down here. Remember when they used to have crocodiles actually in this bottom area a few years ago. That's the thing for me, I just struggle to see the animals. I'm looking for can you see one in there or not? I can't see anything. Oh, there we go, he's there. What is it? Madagascar and plated lizard. Is that right there in the middle? There he is, look. Always takes you a minute just to see because they like camouflage in, don't they?
He's got plenty of room for him there.
Yeah, he has. Oh, that snake over here, the Madagascar tree boa, just here. Looks a bit like the snake that I had around my neck in Australia, that does. It's quite big here in the reptile house. It's split into 2 sections, quite a few different things to see. It's one of the better parts of the zoo, actually, in my opinion, this. He's quite nice down here. I like his yellow eyelids. Quite big as well, just standing still there on the side. Oh, he's quite cute. Marinon poison frog. Yeah, it's me saying cute, but poisonous. Another snake down there. I'm sure they used to have a tarantula in that one, unless this is the next one. Yeah, maybe they haven't anymore. Oh, he's a big one down there. Yeah, I think they used to have a tarantula in here, but they're replaced with a frog now, the strawberry poison dart frog. Look there in the reptile house at the Drayton Manor Zoo. Gonna go in the Tamarind Trail over here now. Love the sign for this. Not been in here this year either. Not really seen much around here. However, we have got the white-faced Saki monkey up there at the back. He's just sat up there. That's all we've seen in this area. And I mentioned this previously, but I'd love to see, especially now Looping Group own the West Midlands Safari Park, which isn't too far away from Drayton Manor, kind of rehoming the animals there and turning this into future expansion of the park. I think it would be great. Obviously, you've got to be mindful because there is some houses down the back of the zoo, but I imagine like a big indoor area here, and that'd be fantastic, like all kind of covered over with rides inside, maybe a dark ride, some more flat rides, all like undercover, maybe done the junior coaster, that'd be great. And also you have got the big lake where we talked about Excalibur earlier on at the museum. That lake is just still sat there with nothing on at the moment. In fact, a lot of Excalibur is still standing there around here at the side. So I'd love to see that redeveloped at some point in the future. Yeah, as much as Drayton Manor haven't got loads of space, they've still got quite a few areas of the park that can be redeveloped in the future. But yeah, I think this whole kind of front section of the zoo at least would be a great future area. We're talking, you know, in like 10 years or something from now, obviously after whatever they're doing with Pirate Adventure and other things coming up in the future. I'd love to see that done. And back down one of my favourites here, the Northern Lynx. I'm sure I just saw him walking up and down. Oh, there he is, like a big pussycat. There we go, the Northern Lynx, my favourite. You coming into view for us? Fantastic. Really nice, the Northern Lynx, everybody. Oh, we've got a bit of action over here, look. We've got the gibbons. Oh, hello. Wow, look at him go. He's showing off for the camera. Showing off for the vlog. Wow. Look at him go. Got some swing on him, hasn't he, man? We did visit a really nice zoo the other day, the Yorkshire Wildlife Park. So check out that vlog over on our second channel, the Sandbrook Adventures. Yeah, we'd love to see you over there. Yeah, that was a much newer, modern wildlife park compared to this. Makes a change going this way around, walking through the zoo to the train station here, instead of coming the other way. So yeah, this is the train that leads straight down into Thomasland. Yeah, the train's here now. Not too sure if we'll get on this one or not, but it's only a short ride, about 5 minutes, and they run two like in shuttle. So as this one's heading down, the other one will be coming back. Oh, we managed to make it onto this train, which is good. I didn't know if we would, but we did. But like I say, even if you don't make it on, there's always another one coming down the other way. Got some emus? Yeah, emus. Almost here now in Thomasland. Through the tunnel we go and into Thomasland. Good to see Troublesome Trucks back open now as well, the little junior coaster. There it goes. I like the reveal when you come in this way actually. Like starting in the zoo and then you just end up here in Thomasland, all the rides. Yeah, when I was here for the first day of the season, hadn't finished its winter maintenance yet. So yeah, good to see Troublesome Trucks now in action, and with quite a big queue as well by the looks of it. On to Knapford Station. And after a nice ride down the train, we've made our way here into the heart of Thomasland. Cranky Crane's Drop Tower. I tell you what, it's the nicest part of the day now. As much as it doesn't go very high, Cranky's, I do like how it is the actual crane. Looking out over the park. Yeah, it's starting to clear up quite nice now. Yeah, good to see Troublesome Trucks in action. It opened here in 2008 with Thomasland. Yeah, one of the opening day attractions as part of this area. So obviously Thomasland only used to be on this side and they expanded it out over onto that side. Jeremy's Flying Academy, if you remember, used to be on the left-hand side, just over there. And then they had to move its location for the expansion when that opened about 10 years ago. I'm sure that was 2015, the expansion, I think it was. Here it comes, Troublesome Trucks, family coaster. Nice little Gerstlauer this is, and you do get 2 laps on here as well. Hey! Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. Lovely day for it. Rocking Bulstrode down there. And Harold's Helicopter Tours in the middle. Yeah, we're going to be spending a lot of time in this area over the coming years, I'm sure. Yeah, I think Winston's Whistle Stop Tour must be having a few issues at the moment. It's running round empty. I'd like to get on that. I've not been on it yet this season. Oh, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Yeah, maybe this is about to open. Might head round there because Dad's never done that before. Get a nice aerial view, not just over Thomasland, but the rest of the park. So, yeah, we'll go round because it looks like it might be opening. I mean, it's testing, so we'll go and have a look. A little Soda Classic cars here. Yeah, and these were here before Thomasland, if you remember. You having a nice day, Dad? Enjoying it? Yeah. Little walk round for you?
Bit of exercise, isn't it?
Yeah, not too much for you, just a nice stroll. Love the train station. Of course, they do have the shows up there as well throughout the day. It's gone 6 o'clock now, so I think we're probably a little bit later in the day for that. It says next show 4, so yeah, I reckon that was the last one of the day. Nice birthday cake. Didn't see this last time. Celebrating 80 years of Thomas. Not Thomasland, just Thomas the Tank himself. And yeah, it looks like they're all stacked up ready to go now, so maybe that's going to be going into action. That's normally what happens, isn't it? Do some tests and then, yeah, just get that signed off back to ride. So we're going to have a look, so I wouldn't mind going on there, and we can take you along as well. And of course, if you do want to see some on-ride POVs from here, they are limited that you can film on a day like this. However, got a playlist here on the channel featuring lots of POVs that I've recorded with the park over the years as well. And that includes, of course, the Wave, Maelstrom, Gold Rush, and even some former rides as well, as we mentioned earlier on in the museum. Rides like Pandemonium and Apocalypse. Yeah, let's go and have a look. It looks like maybe it's getting signed off to open. Let's go and have a look. Bertie the bus. I didn't spot him at first, but there's still a techie working on one of Winston's cars. Yeah, I think it's probably still going to be a little while yet. So we're going to have a look down this bottom part of Thomasland. Feels quite quiet round here now, but I think that's the thing. You're visiting just for Thomasland. When it gets past 6 o'clock, you know, you've probably done everything round here, haven't you now? Be interesting to see, you know, how many people stick about till 9 tonight. I mean, because we've got the fireworks, hopefully quite a lot, you know. So we want to see longer opening hours at these parks, but obviously there also needs to be the demand for it, doesn't there, you know? Yeah, good to still see quite a few queues across the park as well. Gold Rush 25, the Wave 13, Maelstrom 15, Submarine Splash here in Thomasland, that's on 25 still. Accelerator 25, Thor and Loki the same, Jormungandr. Lots of 25s there, isn't there? Right, let's go and have a look around up this way. Yeah, Winston's might open. If it does, we'll nip on and have a go. See what I mean with this sun? 1 minute, it's beautiful, and the next minute, it's all gone again. Little driving school over here. Obviously that got relocated down here. Was down by the zoo before and nobody really knew it was there. It hardly used to open, I think. So it's nice to have it down here now, a little driving school. James and the Red Balloon. A nice day for this water ride. Yeah, I'm glad this one's open. Can't believe the 2 main water rides have been shut today. Thomas and Percy's Submarine Splash over here, a little flume ride. It's cute though, this is. Can't wait to take our little one on this when he's the right height. So many great memories that are going to be made at these parks. Don't underestimate Toby's Tram Express. This thing spins round quite fast. Quite a fun little ride this. I do like it. Obviously it lifts up and spins round. This is the end of the cycle now, but lifts up and tilts round. Quite good fun. We're going to go on Jeremy's Flying Academy. Not been on this for a while actually. Get a nice aerial view over the area. Obviously can't film on this one, but we can on Winston's if it does open up. There's Toby's going round again now. It's a funny contraption, isn't it? That's what I love about this park. There's just rides like everywhere. It's all packed together nice and close. You've never been here before, you know, it's all so close and you don't have to do loads of walking, you know. Nice ride there on Jeremy Jets. Oh, there's nobody in the queue for Captain Sea Adventure. You go on Captain Sea Adventure if you want. Yeah. We'll save it for when Baby Sandbrook comes. So we'll take it on all these rides. I got a seagull up there, there's Bert. Getting quiet here in Thomasland. That's the thing, you know, as much as when you are coming here, it gets busier in the daytime, like in areas like Thomasland and Seabeeby's Land at Alton Towers. Like as the day goes on, them areas do filter out a bit more. So it is good if you want some quieter wait times. Well, that's a walk around Thomasland here at Drayton Manor, May 2025. Fantastic family area, great variety of attractions, and so well looked after in there as well. It's really nice. And yeah, we're entering into the evening now, a couple of hours to go until the firework display. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a ride on Maelstrom. Dad's not coming on, it's just going to be me going on this one, yeah. So I'm going to have a ride here on Maelstrom. Yeah, get a few more shots of the park. Only waited about 5 minutes there for my awesome ride on Maelstrom. Fantastic, and yeah, my favourite ride down at this side of the park. I think Maelstrom and Goldrush, both my favourites here now. Obviously previously used to be Apocalypse. But yeah, what a great view over Thomasland. From up here in the queue for Winston's Whistle Stop Tour. It's now open, yeah, the monorail ride here. Not been on this yet this year, so we're going to have a go. I can take you along for the ride on here as well. And we're off for a nice aerial view over the park. Just seems to be getting a bit quieter down here now though, doesn't it? Like I say, it's always interesting when parks do trial the later hours just to see if there is the demand there for people, you know. Obviously there is from us, but is there for everybody else? Good view there of the horses. Going round on the gallopers. Oh, perfect timing there with Maelstrom. Looks the part. Diesel's just down there as well. Locomotive Mayhem. Yeah, look at the pathways though now compared to when we came into the park. Thought I'd let Dad go in the front. Gone fishing. I like this song, Gone Fishing. Now a couple of years ago they also moved the little filming set that used to be down in the zoo to the exit of this ride as well, so it's definitely worth having a look at that when you come off. And you don't have to go on the ride to see it, you can go into the big Thomas shop and then have a walk upstairs to see it. Yeah, it's like one of the original models that they used to use for Thomas. Obviously it's all like an animation now, but yeah, it's located upstairs. I'm just trying to peek over, you see that big green building there, that's obviously Pirate Adventure. Work's happening from what I'm hearing, so interested to see what we're going to get there. That's it. It is a short ride, it's less than 2 minutes, but it's still nice and worth coming on. You just don't want to wait too long for it. Winston's. Oh, nice ride there on Winston, you get some great views. And yeah, this is the big model here at the exits. Yeah, no one ever used to see this because it used to be in its own building way back in the zoo. But yeah, this is like the original, the set, what they used to use for Thomas and Friends. Obviously used to put all the cameras around the side and everything as well. Like really cool to see it all. Yeah, you've normally got Thomas going round and a few other engines as well. Yeah, I do like this. Oh, there we go, you can press the button. Does that get them going? I don't know. Normally they're just going round. Yeah, huge model. And you got all this side over here as well. The Sodor Shipping Co. Really cool model though. Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of the trains are going round. There you go, there's a little example of it. Just up there. Back out of Thomasland then now, and just wanted to come over to the front of what used to be the entrance to Pirate Adventure. Still got part of the sign up there, and obviously the foliage has really started to cover it up there now. Obviously a couple of years ago, there was a bit of damage here to one of the turrets, and they just did like a bit of a temporary fix up there. But could 2026 be the time that we see these big wooden doors open again? I mean, I would love to see Pirate Adventure return here at the park. There's certainly some rumours at the moment that there's some work going on back there. Obviously we can't see anything, because it's all hidden away. But from what we're hearing, we could be seeing a return of Pirate Adventure, or at least in some capacity anyway, a new version of the ride, which would be amazing. Let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments. Back up in Frontier Falls now. Well, we're going to make our way to the scariest place under one roof, the haunting here, the Vekoma Madhouse. Let's go. Now we're looking. Oh yeah, not too bad. I reckon we should just make the next cycle. That's the thing with this. Every 15 minutes is a cycle let through. Yeah, I reckon we're going to be all good. So obviously you can end up waiting like double that if you don't get in on the first cycle. Did really well down the Haunted, only waited about 5 minutes. I thought we'd have to wait another cycle, but a few people literally just left the queue and then they opened. I'd still like to see them add like a little countdown out the front, counting down to the next cycle. I think that'd be a really good thing in the future. Because a lot of people are queuing there and thinking, oh, you know what, we haven't moved for ages, not realising, even though there is a few signs saying it's a 15-minute cycle, just a lot of people start leaving and bailing on the queue. I think that'd really help. It's a great ride though, I do really enjoy it. Obviously you start off with your initial pre-show, where you meet Dr. X there on the screen. Kind of went back to the original story and pre-show with that of when the ride opened. Obviously they had a period where had Dr. Ghostman instead and it was a little bit different, but then they brought it back to the original. Then you make your way into a corridor, some skeletons come down from the ceiling before making your way into a great scene in the library where you've got all projections in the ceiling there kind of coming over. You've got this really terrifying face which must scare a lot of the kids in there, and the floor creaks around, there's all smoke. Then you make your way into the main ride itself, which is a Vekoma Madhouse. It's a slightly smaller model than the likes of Hex at Alton Towers and Villa Volta at Efteling, but you know what, it seems to be a lot more reliable this, it always seems to be open, and yeah, obviously simulates the room going upside down, but really you're just kind of rocking back and forward as the room's spinning round. It's a great ride, I do really enjoy it. There's parts of the new one that I do miss now. I think the old soundtrack on the ride that they played during the updated version a few years ago was better than the one that they went back to, like the original. I just think the sound quality used to be a lot better as well, but still it's a great ride, I do really like it. And yeah, it's the haunting here at Drayton Manor, still going strong. Oh, talk about perfect timing. This is just reopened, showdown, let's go. Dark ride, the shooter. Used to have some lights in the floor, because this is like a big deep well here. Used to like shine the lights up so you could see it, but you can't really see it anymore. Well, watch out for them bonuses and explosives. Do you like it? You get a little like onboard pre-show before you get into the main event on it. It is good. Hey. I do like a good interactive shooting dark ride when you've actually got things happening when you shoot the targets, like the cow moving over there, for example. You got Dad in the back there. The question is, can you get a bonus, Dad? That's the one. You got a bonus. Hey, you've got a bonus. My favourite part of the ride. You've got a bonus. I don't know if that was my bonus or your bonus, I'm not too sure. You're doing quite well in the back though, 5,200, I'm on 7.4. Bonus. Oh, well, after an awesome ride there, everyone showdown, just come out and gone to Fun Foods for a bubble waffle. Look at this, the brownie pieces on there, the toffee sauce. Oh, this looks delicious. Can't wait to tuck into this. you can see a couple more shots of some of the rides here at the Drayton Manor Resorts. We've got about 20 minutes to go until the fireworks. Going to be interesting to see how dark it is by the time they start at 9 o'clock. As you can see, it's still quite light, so it might be kind of like semi-going dark fireworks, but we'll see. I really do appreciate, though, the fact the park are open until 9 o'clock all weekend doing these fireworks, and check out the website so you can see when they're doing this throughout the year, celebrating 75 years of the park. So make our way over to the lake then now, and over the next few minutes I'll put in some highlights from tonight's fireworks here at Drayton Manor. And just before the fireworks start, here's a look at the crowds. A lot of people have stayed through until 9 o'clock. And you got Alton Towers an hour away that closed 3 hours ago. It just shows, doesn't it? If you open the park later, then literally people will stay. People have been spending money, like, it's great. Really good atmosphere. Yeah, right, let's bring on the show. Here we go. Hey, playing the old music, love it. And yeah, I mentioned in my opening day vlog how you've got the new speakers as well.
It's a great day out for all the family. Drayton Manor Park and Zoo.
So we should be able to hear the audio a lot clearer. They've got new speakers all the way around the lake.
More. Plenty to see, plenty to do. And it's...
Hey!
Children's rides, 160 acres of natural parkland with something for all the family. can take it. Stand up.
First stand-up roller coaster in the UK.
Shockwave.
It's been 35 years since our first struck gold here in Frontier Farm.
you've just seen some highlights there from the 10-minute firework display here at Drayton Manor, and that was fantastic. I always enjoy the fireworks here, mainly because of the location. The fact that they launched them in the middle of the lake, you got the reflection. Did you see them, the swans there? They were having a great time in the water in front of us, looking out at the fireworks. But no, that was really good. And I've got to say the audio quality, fantastic. The best it's been for many, many years for the fireworks here. Because they used to bring in some pretty big speakers, and then for the past few years, they've just had some smaller ones. So I'm glad that they've kind of put like a permanent speaker installation in around the lake. Not too sure what happened with the audio at the end. It's like the fireworks overshot the soundtrack a little bit. But still, it was a good soundtrack in there. Lots of different music. It was kind of like a mashup going through the decades of the park, which was great. Along with that, they had like some old clips from some of the old TV adverts and marketing throughout as well, which was really good and added to it. Yeah, it was a nice show. You enjoy that, Dad?
Very good. Well,
yeah. Nice fireworks. And yeah, we've had a really good day. A father and son day out, haven't we, today? Yeah, it's been a nice day. We've got you on a few bits as well, which has been good. Yeah, it's been really nice. Well, what a great day it's been here at the Drayton Manor Resort. It's been a fantastic day. Nice bringing Dad as well to the park for the first time in many years. And the fireworks were the perfect way to end the day. I love how much Drayton Manor are celebrating their anniversary. 75 years since they first opened. And you know what? I've loved it today. The museum was fantastic and certainly a big highlight of the park for me this year. Going in there, walking around, seeing all the different references to all the rides, the concept art. Amazing. The fact they put that 20-minute movie together as well is great. So if you've ever visited the park, I definitely recommend it. I just feel like Drayton Manor has come such a long way over the past kind of 5 years. 2020 Looping Group acquired the park, and what a transformation it's gone through since then. They've put so many new areas in, so many new rides, these later openings and events. It's been fantastic, you know, and there's been good crowds there tonight. I was starting to think it was dropping off a little bit, but certainly hadn't. There was still a couple of thousand people there tonight watching the fireworks, and it's had a really nice atmosphere. And that's the thing, when you've got more going on, you're inclined to spend more. I had my bubble waffle, we had our food earlier, you know, spent quite a bit of money there today. And when you're open later, more people are going to do the same. So it's been brilliant. I hope that this kind of business model continues on for Drayton Manor, and I look forward to seeing where the park goes next. Like I say, we're hearing rumblings that it could be Pirate Adventure next. That doesn't come from anything official from the park. This is just what I'm hearing from a few sources, that we could be seeing it return hopefully next year. So I guess we'll see what happens with that one. And as always, here on Theme Park Worldwide, we'll keep you up to date with the latest. If you do want to see on-ride POVs from Drayton Manor, they're all on the channel in our dedicated playlist. And if you enjoyed watching, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to stay updated for all of our future videos. But that leaves me with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in the next video.